It's always interesting to see that Kotaku has been very salty in the way that they are now being treated. They absolutely are seething, they're angry, they're probably screaming. The editor is just yelling at everyone saying, why didn't we get a copy of this? And yeah, this is Kotaku pretty much getting revenge the fact that they didn't get a copy of the new Zelda game. Now, me personally, I really haven't been playing Zelda. This is a timeline. Now, I've made a video on this previously, and it's quite interesting because links have now been made. So So I talked a while ago about this guy here saying, it's preview day for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, a huge game I would love for Kotaku to be able to inform its millions of readers about firsthand. Unfortunately, Nintendo still has it blacklisted from advanced coverage, a move I argue is both unprofessional and coercive. Now, one thing is, you know, for simple things that Kotaku would easily turn around and say something like, Link's tunic is blue, but not the correct blue. Does it mean that he's a part of this? And you're like what? Link decides to take one step to the left rather than taking normal to the right. Does that mean that he's this? And like, they literally absolutely just try and ruin everything to the point where they are very laughable, and I will now join in and laugh at them, because when I see this sort of stuff, I just generally think, what the actual fuck? So they've been blacklisted, and other companies have blacklisted, and I think that's absolutely fair. If you go around absolutely bashing the crap out every single game, then you're easily going to turn around and go, what the fuck, why should we give you our product? And I think that's absolutely right. Buy it yourself. So effectively, like, everyone's going to have their reviews out. You could easily go out and buy your copy at that time and be like, oh, but what did they do? What did they do? So Ethan Ganch, who obviously they've put this tweet out, but I'm not going to go and scroll past into spoilers. I'm not particularly that really bothered. But I know people who might be wanting to play this game on my channel, who watch and stuff like that, will not be spoiled and, don't want to be spoiled. So I'm not going to do that. So this feels like this is just an angry thing to Nintendo, and it's written by Ethan. So when you go to Ethan and click here, and he's written all these other articles, we have his Twitter, which is just here. So if we open it up, boom, it's the same person that here, which I find very, very funny. He just written this entire article just getting back. And same here. It's like the entirety of The Legend of Zelda Tears of Kingdom recently leaked online over a week ahead of its game May 12th release date. Now, some players are making their way through it and streaming their journey for all to see, while hackers comb through the game's files for more clues. As a result, we've already learned a great deal about Nintendo's most anticipated game of the year. Spoiler warning, so I'm not obviously going to go into it, but this is kind of going back to what this here literally. Yeah, I don't like David. Like, they're definitely Ethan and David are obviously lead people onto Kotaku and doing stuff like that. So looking at some of these comments, it's like, no wonder why Nintendo blacklisted you. So I guess Kotaku doesn't want to leave the Nintendo's blacklist hat. This is the only explanation I can find for publishing this. And I agree. I just generally think that this is their way of saying, like, fuck you type thing. Like, because the one thing is, when it comes to spoilers and stuff, even if you haven't got the game and you're waiting, you kind of want to know. Like, it's one of those things of someone saying, I've got a secret to tell you, and then they don't tell you whatsoever. So you end up going, oh, okay, I need to know. And then you go and find out, and then you go, oh my god, I wish I didn't read this. It's a simple thing. So I just generally think that this right here is their way of saying, we want to ruin the experience for you. So we will write this article and do it that way. It just seems so bad. And when you go back to this picture here, and it's Ethan having a grouch, and like, this is the reason why no one likes them. I don't particularly like them, and I just ignore them, but now I'm going to make content on them because Ethan, you cry about Nintendo's professionalism and then decide to publish this. Who's truly the unprofessional one here? Ditto, very poor move by them. Nobody over there can complain about being blacklisted or nor getting access to stuff after doing stuff like this. This article feels it's being published out of spite, and I think it has. It's interesting how Ethan hasn't responded. Did he respond? Probably not, no. Hey, all this article contains massive spoilers for the game, so if you're like me and want to go in blind, stay away from this article. This is also some reverse psychology trolling. I'm dead ass. Shame on you, Kotaku. It just seems really weird. And again, like when we see these sorts of pictures, like their journalistic integrity not found, I do agree. Like it just feels like this is a whole massive thing of let's fucking go after them. All the people. Yeah, a very poor move by you guys. Shake my head. You guys suck. This is all. Please follow Vice into the abyss. So when they mention this, it just means that Vice is another one site that's been shutting down. That's no money. It's funny how upset you got over this sign, and yet is more honest thing than we can say about Kotaku. The article proves it. It's so bad. Remember when Magenfest made a joke about Kotaku's journalist integrity? Ladies and gentlemen, may I present Exhibit H and A to Z. Why did I say H? So the game absolutely, massively destroyed. Welcome to my block list, you dicks. I honestly don't blame you for doing that. They're straight up posting spoilers over a week before the release. I just find it annoying. It's one of those things where people will go click. It is like dangling that carrot in front of you. You're like, I want to find out, and then you go and find out. So let me get this straight. You complain about Nintendo blacklisting you, then post spoilers based on leaks. Who is being unprofessional here? I hope you go bankrupt by the end of the year. With the way things are going, you probably will. Oh, and I'll leave this here. And I'm guessing that is someone at Nintendo. They all know about they're going the same way as Vice and BuzzFeed News. You know they're close to shutting down, going bankrupt. Kotaku and Gizmondo media sites can't be far behind, grasping at whatever relevance they have left. Are you sure Nintendo is the unprofessional one? Hope your company start blacklisting you more and more, and I think that should be fine. Can you imagine if every single gaming company just turned around and it's like, oh hi to Kotaku, we're not going to send you stuff, and then just every single game, it's just like every single gaming company is the worst. Kotaku, why do Nintendo keep blacklisting us? We've done nothing wrong. Also, Kotaku, here are some spoilers from one of the most anticipated games of the year. Okay, effectively, I really am not a big fan of Kotaku. I think they're a piece of shit, and I'm going to report on them every single time that they clown on stuff. So please expect a lot of stuff in pop culture news. Anyway, I am going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it here. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. Are you waiting for this game? Let me know. And I will leave it there. Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out the channel memberships if you want. And I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters. And I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat. Your help does go a long way to support the channel. And if you want to consider helping the channel, then links to my Patreon as well as the channel members are listed below.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。